And hello. So welcome back. In this video, we're going to carry on the series of creating our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript theme by creating this next section for some of our clients. This should be a short video because all we really have to do is just showcase some images in this little grid here. Right, so what we're going to do is go into our editor and we're going to say, well, below services, we're going to add in this client kind of area. We're going to say section, and the ID for this section will be our clients. So we'll do that. And there it is there. Okay, so jumping straight into our CSS, actually, we need to kind of create a little area here for this block. So I'm going to call this block our clients. So that's number 12. So let's scroll down here a bit, and I'm going to copy number 11, this little comment area, and pop this just below. Okay, so let's dig in. Our clients border 1 pix solid red, right, just there. Here we are here. And then that's inheriting the section padding, which is just here. Okay, so we've got a section padding, and then I'm going to give it a heading, which is a heading 2, and again, call it our clients. Save that. So let's have a look back at the visual. So we can see here, this text is actually centered here. We can make this centered towards the end. Okay, so we're going to copy and paste some code here for the grid, because that's all it basically is. It's a grid and some spans, grid spans. So we've got a grid row with the gap of 2 rem, and then we've got the service. We need to change that there to maybe our client, singular. So save that there. And then close off the div for this little for this grid. So if I save this here now and I inspect it real quick, there's our grid and there's our client. Yep, 12. Okay, 12 columns. So if I pop something in here and then I have a peak, there it is there. Okay, lovely. Oh, we also need to add in our wrapper actually, because we have this space here and we have nothing here. And if I expand this, it's just going to go right towards the edge of the browser. So let me add that in now. Div class wrapper, and then I'll close it off here. Great. Now let's have a peek here now. Okay, so we've got our padding here to the left and right. Now, let's concentrate on this guy here. Because in the visual again, we actually have 4 columns. So we need to change this span 4 to a span 3. And if I just copy and paste these here now, we'll have 4 sections here. Let me get rid of this inspector panel. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So next up, we probably need to add in an anchor element to link up the images to their respective sections. So for the moment, I'll just create an empty kind of href here. And I'll just say, well, actually, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself a bit. So we need images. And basically what I did was just Google some company images, came up with company names and tried to find their SVGs. So for example, Juniper Networks, Google that. And it's in Wikipedia. So I just copied and pasted this to my directory, which is in here. I pasted all these images into images and then a subdirectory called client logos. So the images I've downloaded, just random images to be honest, are here. Discord, Juniper, Oakley, and so on. Just a quick one on the images that I've downloaded. So obviously each logo is going to be a little bit different in terms of width and height. So what I've done is popped into Adobe Illustrator and I've kind of normalized the sizes here by creating this template that is 400 pixels by 300 pixels. So now I'm using that as my artboard, and every time I pop in a logo, what I do is I just align it to the center for the X and Y axis, and then export it as an SVG. So it includes this padding all around it. And that's how we get the nice uniform images. So if I kind of hide that section again. So what I'm going to do is say image src is in images, client logos, and the first one is, let's add in Discord. And there's our first image. What I'm going to do now is to copy this Discord area, replace the images, and then we'll have a full set of logos, just like this. So now we have our logos displaying quite nicely. We can showcase our clients to the world and everyone's happy. Looking back again at our visual real quick, we have a kind of background here, and we can also see that the logos are kind of grayscale. So what we can do to replicate this kind of style is, let's say our clients, A, and let's give it a border, just again, so we can see kind of what's going on. So save that. And we're going to give it a display value of block. Save that. And there we go. So I'm going to give each logo, if I zoom out here a bit now, just like that, I'm going to give each logo a bit more padding. So I'll say maybe 1 rem. So yeah, I think that's okay. Now, so instead of the border, get rid of that. I'll give it a background color. And I'll say maybe, well, let's see what we've got actually here in our var kind of elements. Body text, gray, light gray. Let's see what lighter gray looks like. If I save that, that looks perfect. Yep. So we can use that there. Now, so the next part is we need to lighten up these images and grayscale them. Not a problem. So let me copy and paste this rule here, paste it here, just down below. And I'm going to say, well, I'm going to target the image first of all. And I'll say, first of all, opacity, maybe 0.8. So that looks a little bit better there. And then I'll say filter. What have we got? Grayscale. So if I say maybe 1, save that. And now our images are grayscale. So I think that's a pretty good rendition of the visual there. All looking quite nice. So maybe a touch more padding. Yeah, or maybe, let's say 2 padding. 2 rem for padding. That looks probably a little bit better. Okay. So what I'd like to do is when we roll over these to make it interactive. So I'll target the anchor element again. And I'll say when we hover over each logo, let me see, we'll target the image elements and we'll just basically say, we'll reverse these. So opacity is 1 full color or full brightness, and filter grayscale is 0. So save that. And now when we roll over, we just need a little transition again to make it a bit more fluid. So I can pop this down in our image area. Save that. And there we go. Nicely done. Okay, so next up, we need to center this text here. So I don't think we have any classes to center any text at the moment. Let's go and create some. So in our editor, I'm going to create a new, maybe a utility class, which is down here. Yeah, so I'll create a new utility class called, let me see, maybe text align center. do that, and then basically just say text align center. Yep. So back again we go. So a few different ways to do this. I could add in a class here, which I probably will, or obviously I could go in to the area down here where this block is, or this component, and say our client H2. But let's add in the utility class here. So I'm going to say class is text. Actually, what is it called again? Yeah, text align center. Okay, so text align center, save, and there we go. So now we have our clients here, and now we have our little section for our logos. I'll bring this back to full size here. So last bit is we just need to make it responsive. So down the viewport we go. And what I'm going to do is use the same breakpoints as this guy here. So once this services breaks into 2 columns, that's an 850 pixel media query. I'm going to do the same here. So in our CSS, scroll down to our clients, and I'll nab this guy here, paste it into our logos area, and I'll say 850 pixels. So what I would like to do there is, where is it? Our clients. Actually, let me see what it is. What do we need to target? Okay, so we need to target our client here. So what we want to say is grid column span 6. Save that. Bish bash bosh. So 850 pixels, boom, and then we get 2 logos here, which looks pretty good. And I'm just going to add another media query here for really narrow mobile device screens. So I'll say maybe 500 pixels, and give that a span of 12. So they're all stacked on top of each other. And there we go. Now, let's remove that red pixel border. Save that. And I'll just open the inspector panel, move it to the right here. Okay, so we've got our clients. And as we move down the viewport here, we're now in the 850 pixel media query. And as we go down again, we are going to hit the 550 pixel one now. And there we go. So quite happy with that. So next up is the simple pricing tables, and that will be in the next video. But for the moment, we've got these guys here, and it's starting to fill out a bit, and the homepage should be finished quite shortly, I think. Okay, right, that's it. Thanks very much. Catch you in the next one.